It starts by being honest with yourself. Unfiltered, unashamed. After all, who knows you better than you? Unfiltered, unashamed.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm T Lady.
And I am Sam.
And we're your hosts of Unfiltered and Unashamed.
Woo! Okay, guys, welcome to season 1, episode 1. Oh my gosh. How you feeling, Lady T?
Oh, I feel amazing.
Awesome. Well, we are here, guys, with the first episode of season 1. And this is just an introduction video to let you know who we are, the background story of how we met, what does Unfiltered and Unashamed mean to us. So T Lady gonna start off by letting us know, what does it mean? What does Unfiltered and Unashamed mean?
All right, unfiltered and unashamed. Unfiltered when applied to speech, writing, or content. It means being completely raw, honest, and uncensored, sharing exactly what is on someone's mind without considering social tact or editing. How often do one get to be unfiltered without being attacked, feeling judged, feeling alone, or if they're too different to speak their truth? Unashamed means acting or living without embarrassment, guilt, or the fear of what others might think. It describes someone who is open, proud, and completely comfortable with their choices, traits, or passions, even when those things might be considered unconventional or judged by society. How people think that after being unashamed, that society still have their way of sculpting your life. What do you mean? For example, the older generation does look back on things how they were when we were coming up. So we tend to give advice, and sometimes out of fear of what we've already seen or been through. And then a younger generation may give feedback off of what they see happening in today's society. So now the advice is coming off of sounding like judgment or judgmental, but not intentional. So now here's where the shame begins to sit in. But I feel that we are now providing a platform that we will work through, that here at Unfiltered and Unashamed, here you can be yourself and you can be free.
Yes, we love it. We can be ourselves, we can be free, but not only us, y'all can be yourselves, y'all can be free, and this is a judgment-free zone. And that's our purpose and our motive here. So with that being said, I know a lot of people wondering, like, well, how did you and T Lady meet? You know, with the big age difference, you know, what y'all doing here? Well, I know I did post on social media and ask y'all what kind of questions y'all wanted to ask us together. And one of the first questions was, what was y'all first impression of one another? I'm going to let T Lady start.
Well, my first impression of Sam was like, how old are you again? That's what I was thinking. Like, how old are you? Really? 22? That's all? Because a real soulful young lady.
I actually was 21.
Yeah, 21. And I was like, no, you can't be 21. Too mature. Not because she was so mature, so wise, so outspoken, so humble, and she was just, I mean, not to me, an average 21-year-old.
Right.
Yeah, very mature and can conversate, can adapt to any conversation, no matter what we was talking about. It was a mature response, and I was like, yeah, that's my girl.
It kind of was mutual feelings, but not like, you know, of course she's older than me, so she came off more mature anyway, but she came off as like a mentor to me, like somebody I can look up to, somebody I can be like, well, I want to do things a little differently, because, you know, she kind of motivated me to be better, not kind of, but a lot, helping me get to know the word better, because everybody knows the spiritual journey that I'm on, and me wanting to get closer to God and whatnot. And not only that, I've always wanted to be the voice, not a voice, but the voice. And the way when she just talks, it's like she can move a room. Like she's so powerful, especially when she speak about God and prayer and daily devotions and etc. And I'm just like, oh my God, I just love her. So, and that goes off into the second question when y'all was asking, well, what was the second impression after y'all really got to know each other? Everything was the same for me. T Lady, I'm pretty sure she could say the same thing. We basically it was just such a shock, like how we just, and then she'll bring up ideas and I'll bring up ideas and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I was thinking the same exact thing. Like,
it actually got better to me. I ain't gonna even lie.
It did.
And the reason why I say it actually got better because the more I got to know her, you know how you can talk to somebody and you can get them constructive criticism, and they blow up. They don't want to hear it. Like, why you talking to me like that? You don't know me. But she received everything I've been saying to her, so I can see why she said mentor. Because I mean, like real dear daughter. Like I can give her advice, she can give me advice, vice versa, and I'm accepting of it because I'm telling y'all, so full of knowledge, so full of wisdom. Yeah, so it got better for me.
Yeah, and it was so funny because one day she was telling me something. We was just sitting there, and she was like, she said something. She was like, I know you want me to just leave right now. Something she was saying. I can't remember what she said. I was like, no, I'm just mad that I made the mistake. But you know, it's definitely a growing opportunity. Every mistake is a growing opportunity, and that's why here we're unfiltered and we're unashamed of anything, whether it's good or bad. We're unfiltered and unashamed because we are all growing together. The next question y'all asked was, at what point did you realize y'all could build something together? Immediately after that. Yes. When she started talking. Yes. I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is really, and if you know me, and a lot of y'all do know me, y'all know I've been looking for somebody that be consistent with, I be having so many good ideas, but you can't do it by yourself. And it's so many things I done started and just fell off with. YouTube, for example, the podcast, for example, something I started and fell off with because I don't have somebody that would put in as much work as me until I met T Lady. Like, I was just like, thank
you. Yes, most definitely answer prayer for me as well, because I feel the same way. You know, you get so busy, caught up in doing other things and being a servant and helping other people in other areas, so you put what you really want to do on the back burner. So when I met Sam, I was like, Lord, thank you. I can finally move forward with my heart desires, because it is my heart desire to be able to reach people, and to not only just reach people, but leave an impaction with someone that will help them to feel better about themselves, to go forward, to move forward. So yes, I'm like,
just amazing. Yes. Amazing woman that I'm sitting in front of. Thank God for her existence.
Yes. I feel the same way.
Like, us meeting each other was just a powerful impact, and hopefully we can, as much as we've been an impact on one another, hopefully we can be that impact together on y'all. So that's why we're here, and that's why we want y'all to get to know us more, to not only together but individually. And that goes into our next part of the segment on who is T Lady, who is Sam. So I got some questions that y'all asked, or that we asked one another for T Lady, and then T Lady gonna ask me some questions, and I'm gonna start off by asking T Lady, outside of being a mom, a wife, a daughter, a sister, a mentor, a woman of God, who is T Lady? How would you define yourself?
I would say I'm first a child of God, and I'm human. And you probably feel like that's so simple, but the more I grow in God, I'm realizing that I'm His child, and He's my Father, and He's the one that's been keeping me, sustaining me, and that's who I really am, because every day I'm getting up striving to be better and closer to God. So that's who I am, a child of God, and I'm human, because I'm still making mistakes. mistakes. I'm an imperfect person serving a perfect God.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why I use those words. A child of God and I'm human. And that's the reason why I can sit here and allow you to be unfiltered and unashamed, because we all of God's children.
Wow.
And we all gonna make mistakes.
Definitely. I agree. What's one thing people assume about you is like, nah, this wrong. Which I don't think you probably could really think of none, because I can't think of none of you that's like assuming this bad or something. But what's something that's some people might be like, think about you and say, oh, nah, this wrong. They wrong.
I don't know. I don't know, because I'm the same way all the time. I can get along with anybody. I can try to brighten up anybody's day. You know, like if you was feeling bad or you was having a mood swing and you coming off mean or whatever, I feel like I can make you smile. I can enlighten you. I can inspire you. So
True.
I don't know how somebody else would feel about me, because it's me all the time trying to make somebody else see the greater good.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I can testify to that, because it's been plenty of times where I just go to her, I'm just like, I'm just not feeling it. By the time we hang up that phone, or by the time we finish our conversation, it's like, okay, I'm having a good day now.
Right.
And even when I met her, it was just like, it was easy to talk to her, like without her even having to say anything. God just like, it's okay, daughter, you can talk to her. Like, I felt safe, you know. And it goes on to our last question: what life experience or experiences shaped you into the woman you are today, or who?
I think having children. Yeah, because children will sometimes try you.
Yeah.
And then God will put you back in your place to remind you that you are His child, and your children deserve the same grace and the same mercy that He has given adults. And yeah, and my oldest has really tried me, and that will be the one thing that I would say it really has changed me and has shaped me into being a better person. You know how you can go through something and you can't find an answer, and you wondering why this or why that, then you question yourself, what is it that you done, what could you have done better? But God was the center of it. He was reminding me, look, I got you. I just need you to trust me. I'm creating a masterpiece in her, but if you trust me, I'm gonna be able to do it. So that was one of the greatest things, children, because they change, they evolve into different people, and it helped me to look at life differently, helped me have more patience, more grace. So yeah, children.
I love it, grace. Well, that's all the questions I got for you, T lady. I'm gonna let you go ahead and ask away to me.
Okay. All right, Sam. So do you mind sharing with us who you are when no one is watching?
Who am I when no one is watching? Sam is the same person, because I feel like anytime, anywhere, any place, someone is watching, which in reality, somebody is. God. God always watching, and at the end of the day, that's who I'm trying to impress. I'm not trying to impress really, because He already knows who I am. He knows what I'm going to do before I even do it. So I just try to be the best person that I can be, which I'm an amazing person. So
yes.
I just be the same person even when nobody's watching, because really somebody always watching. God always looking down. He see how I look low. So I try to be the same person, and I'm genuine, so nothing changes about me when nobody's watching.
Okay. Yeah. So do you think everybody gets the same version of you?
Yeah. And that took a lot of growing, because I feel like the old me, when somebody do me wrong, I be like, oh yeah, I want to get even, you know? So now I feel like, God gonna deal with it. I'm gonna still be the same person. I'm gonna still show you love. I'm still gonna show up even when you don't. I'm still gonna support you even when you don't support me, and I still give you my shirt off my back if you need it. So
yes. Love your neighbors, and she will help you love you.
yes, Lord.
All right. The next question would be, what is something that you've overcome that people don't know about?
It's kind of a touchy question because I'm very private when it comes to me, but unfiltered and unashamed, right?
Yes.
I would say depression. I went through a really bad depression stage, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. I went through depression overall. So I would say I overcame it, and with the help of God, of course, I couldn't have done it without Him. Nobody's greater. So, yeah, I would say depression is something I really, really overcame, and I'm just so happy that I'm finally over it. Because it was a hard, trying time. But my God.
Yes.
So, yeah.
God be the glory. So what advice would you give someone that is your peer that was going through some of the same things that you was going through when you were dealing with depression?
I would say seek God and know that you're not alone, because you're not alone. God is always with you. It might not always feel like it. You might not feel like He's always listening. You might not feel like He's watching, but He is. He's listening. You just have to call on Him. Just call His name. It's going to make you feel so much better. You just talk to Him and pray and get in the Word. Like, you'll feel so much better. And sometimes it takes that extra push, you know. I feel like it's easy to say and hard to do, because when I was going through those times, I'm just like, I read the Bible later. I pray when I get up, or I pray when I feel better. But no, when you're able to go to Him, even when you're going through those trying times, and even when you're not, it's just like when you got money. Okay, everything's fine, but you still got to go to God and thank Him, because without Him, it would never happen. Don't just go to Him when you're broke or when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling down, but be able to go to Him and open up to Him even in your most vulnerable moments, and gonna be okay.
So another question that's coming right after that one: how would you tell an unbeliever that?
I can't really speak on it because I never faced that moment. I never really dealt with unbelievers, so I wouldn't really know how to handle this situation. I guess the only way I would be able to do that is to show them and give them examples on why God is greater. But with you having a little more knowledge than me, I'm going to ask you, how would you tell me to handle a situation like that? Or what advice would you give me to help an unbeliever believe?
What I would probably do is inspire them, give them hope, because that's what God give us, hope and faith. Faith faith is the substance of the evidence of the things not seen. So I would probably tell somebody, remind them of who they are. Even when they feel like they was at their lowest, they feel like they wasn't this because their finances weren't adding up, or they felt like they was alone. I will remind them, God is your ever present help in every time that you need Him. He's there. He's omnipotent. He's omnipresent. He's everywhere at all time. He's all seeing. He's all knowing. And if they didn't believe, I even remind them, because I get up in the morning, I just get in awe about, I'm not hooked up to oxygen, but God's trees are all around us that's providing natural oxygen. Having the activities of my limbs, being able to get up and get out the bed and clothe myself, being able to take care of my hygiene all by myself. I just remind them about, you have so much to be grateful and so much to be thankful for. And the Bible also reminds us, a mind that stayed on Him would be stayed in perfect peace. And sometimes we disturb our own mindset by the stuff we allow to sit on our minds, to take place, to penetrate in our mind when it doesn't have to. When you can think on all good things come from God. When you think about Him, He's so good, He's so merciful, He's so gentle. And even if you've taken a loss, He's still a wonderful, great Father. He is, because He allows all of us much more grace, much more mercy than what we are allowed. I mean, who do you know that will give you as much grace as God does? We want to remind each other what we did. We want to make us feel worthless and feel like, oh, I never did anything, so I can cast a stone on you. But which we all have. And God is just love. He said, with love and kindness have I drawn thee. And who wouldn't want to get to know about this awesome God that's loving, that's merciful, that didn't snatch you up while you was in the midst of doing sin? And I mean, to be honest, because we are unfiltered and unashamed, sometimes we can get up and know that we're sinning and be okay with the sin. And God will continue to give us warning before destruction. Look, daughter, now you ain't gonna keep on doing this, but I'm giving you grace and I'm giving you chance. And I just don't find it inhuman. I don't. They can love us, but even when people get married, they make vows and they say, to death do us part. But I noticed some things they don't ask you when you get ready to get married. What is there one thing that will make you walk away? What is there one thing that will make you? Because a lot of people get divorces and walk away from marriage, but you made a vow before God. And the reason why I brought that up, because we all get weak, we all hurt. God, unchanging God, forever faithful, continuous there, no matter what. Thank you. So that's what I will remind somebody. Just point to them, inspire them. If they down, you gotta help bring them up. All right. And our next question is, what do you hope people remember about you from now on?
Oh, it's a lot.
Yes, he is.
But to sum it all up, I would just want people to be like, Santeria, she was very dependable. She inspired me to change. She inspired me to get closer to God. She inspired me. She motivated me. She was an amazing mom, and she changed the world for the better.
Yes, that's good.
Overall, like, just to sum it all up. But it's so much that I would want people to remember about me. But overall, that's what I want them to remember about me and who I am. And like Santeria, her name is unique for a reason. Santeria is one of a kind. Wow. One of many.
That's awesome. And as you were speaking, I was thinking about, when they have track meets, I don't know which race it is, but when they run and they pass the baton.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you just made me think of, all of those things that you just named was really good things to leave behind, and to also help somebody else grow into their full potential and just continue to thrive through life. Everything you just said. So that was awesome.
All right, so since that's all the questions you have for me, I'm gonna ask, what do you think people struggle? Why do you think people struggle to be honest with themselves?
Because it's easier to put on a mask. If I put on a mask, I don't have to face the rejection. I don't have to face letting someone else down because of what they the way they characterize me. I don't have to face none of that when I put a mask on. So I think that's the reason why people have a problem with being honest. Being honest sometimes can free you. Being honest can sometimes make you come out of living in fear, regret, shame. being honest. And if you can't be honest with yourself, who else can you be honest with?
Right.
What do you think about that question?
I agree with you. I don't know why I just thought about that song. Free yourself. You know what this
What it say?
Free yourself. But yeah, I feel like people just struggle to be honest with themselves because I don't know. I guess fear of what's gonna happen. And kind of tie in with what you said. Well, in agreement with everything that you said, but on top of it, just being fearful, they're scared of, and it's not even them just struggle to be honest with themselves. They just scared of what other people would think, and they live in filtered, and they live in shame, and
Yes,
they just scared of what other people would think, so they can't even be honest with themselves. So yeah, speaking of unfiltered and unashamed, what do you hope listeners take away from our podcast?
The better version of themselves. Becoming able to look in the mirror and be unashamed and be proud of what they see on the other side and just love themselves and just come on out, just stand out, be the best version of you that you can be. Deal with those things that was so hard to face. Share those things that you didn't want to remember anymore. Don't allow your thoughts to keep you captured, keep you held hostage. Be free.
Yes.
Because God loves you. And He's willing to take you higher. And there's nothing that He cannot forgive you for. There's nothing that you did too bad or too wrong in your life that He wouldn't forgive you for. So I want somebody to walk away feeling good about themselves, holding their heads up, knowing that God's strength is made perfect in your weakness. And you can get up. You can fall down, but you can get up. And we ain't gonna stay there.
We not. And I'm gonna agree with that. I want y'all to walk away feeling like those chains have been broken, those doors have been opened, and know that, like she said, you are free, and know that you don't have to be filtered, you don't have to be shamed about anything that you do, not just in this podcast, not just on this stream, but just in life, period. Like, you don't have to be filtered or ashamed about anything. You can be the best you that you can be without any of that. So I hope that y'all walk away gaining something within yourselves, not just knowledge, but just gaining something within yourself and feeling good about yourself. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this first episode, season 1, episode 1 up. And we pray and we hope that y'all be back for episode 2. And once again, I'm Sam.
And I'm Tia Lady.
And we're your hosts of Unfiltered and Unashamed.